Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Valeria. For those of you who are new, and on this channel I create videos about tarot, spirituality and manifestation. And for today's video we're gonna do another discussion educational video slash channel message like I did with the previous one before as well. So I'm going to channel the subject for this video, but since recently it was a new moon, I want to kind of stay with that subject of the new moon and any new changes that might bring into our lives. So again, a short disclaimer, everything that I say in these videos will come from channeled messages. So messages I channel from my angels, my spirit guides, my higher self, also Archangel Michael, who I work closely together with, and I will sometimes feel called to share experiences, personal experiences, and I will be called to share my own opinions and my own views. If there's anything you hear you do not resonate with or you disagree with, that's totally fine. Everyone is allowed to have their own truth and everyone is allowed to disagree with something, of course. Just remember to stay respectful and to not be mean or disrespectful in the comments, whether that's like towards me or towards other people, because I do not tolerate any negative energies here on my channel, so your comment will be deleted. So again, please remember to stay respectful even if you disagree with anything or everything that I say. This place is open and is safe to have a discussion, but there you can still discuss and disagree with each other while staying respectful. So with that all being said, let's start channeling some messages for today around the full moon. So the first thing that pops into my mind is unlimited potential. So we're going to see where this unlimited potential is going to bring us. And with the new moon, I also picked up the card. You can see it, but I have it placed here. The new moon. A new start is coming. Unlimited potential. Let's see what messages are there for the collective. So the image that I'm getting is spring. Although at the moment at the in the northern hemisphere where I'm at the moment, we're going towards summer. Is it summer? It's not officially summer yet, but we're definitely moving into summer. So spring has already passed where I'm at, but I am seeing this visual of like flowers blooming and things like seeds are sprouting and there is green rising up from the ground, and I'm seeing green leaves. So there's kind of again a new start, an awakening. There are new opportunities coming. Unlimited potential. Alright, so we're going to be talking about things that are holding you back and about how you can fulfill your potential. We have 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and 7 of Wands. I will show them to you. There you go. So what I am seeing is, again, especially with the 7 of Wands, you have this unlimited potential in you, whether you know it or not. And whatever that is related to is going to be different for everyone who's watching. But all of you have an unlimited potential. For some of you guys, it might be related to your divine purpose, like the reason why you're here. For others of you guys, it might be more related to what it is that you desire, the things that you desire, and you know, how big the things are, or how out there the things are, or how impossible they seem. Things like that. That's a siren. Is it the... I think it's the fire. I think it's for the fire department. So yeah, unlimited potential to be unlocked. There might be some kind of awakening happening as well. And I really don't want to get into the stuff of spiritual awakening to God, to source, to being a limitless being or whatever, but I really want to talk about awakening to deeper parts of you, to the core of you, to who you are, because there is an energy here as if you're being stopped or you're stopping yourself. There is something in your life that makes you feel like you're being prevented or you're being stopped from getting what you want. But in the truth is that there is nothing in your external reality that's actually stopping you, but there might be something in going on in your mind that is then creating this blockade in the 3D. So the blockade, if you can really call it that. It's in your mind, in your thoughts, and then it manifests in your 3D world, of course. But you're not gonna get rid of the wall by hitting your head against it. You just have to imagine that wall is no longer there, and then you can continue on your path. So whatever shackles you are in at the moment, whatever things like opportunities that are out of reach, or things that you cannot get, or you feel like you cannot advance or you cannot achieve something, it's all just shackles in your head. It's not really in a 3D, it's all in your head. And you're at the moment going through an awakening to get rid of that. And that is why we have the Seven of Wands, because we move on from the Six of Wands to the Seven of Wands. So in Six of Wands, there is victory, there is celebration, right? There is success. And in the Seven of Wands, we suddenly see people like we see someone who's defending themselves, defending their opinion, defending their desires, their achievements, or whatever it is. So you're going from this Six of Wands energy of feeling like I'm doing okay, everything is fine, to suddenly being like I feel like I need to prove myself, or I feel like people are judging me. I feel like people are trying to stop me, or the world is trying to stop me. So there is this wand is being raised, right? If you have the Six of Wands, then that seventh wand is like raised towards you and being like trying to stop you, maybe even, or making you question like, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And there are emotions and thoughts that are coming up at this moment, that you feel things, you experience things, and you're like, where does it come from? Maybe it's related to something you thought you healed a long time ago, but again, something is being brought up to your attention so that you can purify it, and you can clear it, and you can move on from it, because it's that's seventh wand that's there. It's not a real threat. It's just the universe raising this wand towards you and be like, hey, do you still remember this? Do you still remember when you used to be bothered by this, or when this triggered you? And how do you feel about it now? And basically the solution or the answer to this test is that you allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling at that moment, and then you just let it be, because you're like, okay, this is what happened in the past. I already healed from this sometime in the past already. I am no longer this person, so I'm going to validate the feelings that I have, then I'm going to let go of them, because again, I'm no longer that person. It's no longer relevant to me, and I'm just going to move on. So this is basically what's going to help you to become unstuck, to become unblocked, and to move on forward, to just feel whatever like troubling feelings come up, like anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Do not ignore it, but face it head on. Acknowledge it. Be like, I validate these emotions. I validate this past version of myself. But now I'm different. Now I know better. Now I have grown. That's no longer me. So I'm just gonna let these feelings go, because they no longer serve me. And in that way, you will remove this blockage, you will remove these shackles. Even if, again, like I said, the blockage might you might be experiencing it in your 3D, but it arises in your head. It arises there because of your thoughts, because of your beliefs. And if you then tackle your thoughts and your beliefs, you will see the change in your 3D, which is what's gonna happen, right? Which is what I'm talking about right here. So let's see what we have next. Yeah, so definitely something from the past. Something that might bring some nostalgia to you. It might even be something that really that came from your childhood, like some kind of childhood trauma, or something that you experienced in your childhood and you pushed it away very far down, and only now you are awakening to it again, because now you are ready to address it. Because I'm seeing like an imaginary world. Maybe some of you as children, you created your own world, your imagined world, with fantasy creatures like dragons and elves and, I don't know, werewolves and such, and you escaped into that reality. And you escaped into that reality. You created that reality because you had to deal with something that you could not deal with at that moment because you were a child. But now you've grown up, now you've grown, and now you are able to face those, you know, demons, those fears. You're ready to face them. So let's continue with this message. Okay, I'm going to take this one. This one. These are a lot of cards. So I'm just gonna take 3. There's the Queen of Wands, the Magician, and the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. So the thing that you need to hear, what it is that you need to hear, is that if you want to fulfill your unlimited potential, if you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to have what you desire, like if it's like a big house, like a wonderful career, maybe you want to manifest the love of your life, a beautiful family, maybe you want to travel the world, whatever it is, whatever those big dreams are, you're being called to fulfill them, right? And you're gonna fulfill them by fulfilling your unlimited potential. But you're not fulfilling your unlimited potential because you're holding yourself back. At the back of the deck, we also have the Tower card. I will show the other cards to you as well. So, Queen of Wands, then Magician in reverse, and 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not unlocking your unlimited potential. This is just gonna be kind of like a tough love message here. You're not going to unlock your unlimited potential if you keep standing in front of the closed gate, because you're gonna have to open the gate so that you can walk through. But if you're gonna stand in front of the gate and be like, this gate doesn't open, it remains closed, I'm just gonna stay here and wait until it opens, but I'm standing here and it doesn't open and nothing is happening, and why am I not manifesting the things that I want, and why is the universe not helping me, and why do these readings and these spirit guides constantly give me the same messages? Because you're the one who has the key for that gate, because you are the one who has to open that. Here with the Magician, with the light at the heart chakra, you have the key. You have the key to your own heart, and you're gonna open the gates of your own heart. But you have to do it yourself. And again, you might be hearing that a lot more, and this is also a message that I've received definitely over the past 1 or 2 years probably. So it's again something that's going on in the collective. But you're meant to be this Queen of Wands. Like, she is hidden within you. And then it doesn't matter how you identify as, because this is just an energy, but there's this energy of this leader, of this confident and passionate leader within you. And she is not gonna come out unless you open that gate, unless you allow her to. And I just noticed that on the throne, it looks like, I think it's a dragon. At first it looked like an elephant, and it reminded me of the Hindu god Ganesh, who also stands for abundance and such, but I believe now it's a dragon, which is much more in line with the theme of this deck. So there is a dragon at the back of her throne. A dragon, and dragons represent power. They represent wisdom, strength, and courage. And there are more dragons in these cards. I'm seeing them in the card that was talking about like whatever may have happened in your childhood as well, and there it represents the fear, the demons that you have to fight. Then in the Six of Cups, which is then, you know, bringing up like you in a present moment and those fears being brought up, because you also see that she is holding the hourglass, so it's taking you back in time, it's taking you back to the past, to those demons. See how the dragon here is in the back? It's as if she escapes into this reality, this fantasy reality, or this imagined reality, to escape the demons, to escape the dragons and the fear that she has. And now in the present moment, they're being brought up again so that you can address them. So that you can address them, you can conquer them, and you can sit on this throne that represents your experience and represents your ability to overcome, to conquer your fears, your demons. So you can keep standing at the gate and being like, hey, universe, I want to fulfill my unlimited potential, but it's not happening. It's because you have to do it yourself, because you have to unlock those gates, and you have the Magician in reverse right now, and that needs to be turned upright. So again, that potential is there for you, that unlimited potential is there. You're gonna have to unlock it. You're gonna have to do it. So how do you do it, you ask? How do you unlock your unlimited potential? Well, like I said, it's already within you, so you don't have to create anything. You don't have to force anything or take anything. You basically don't even really have to do anything. You just have to allow. You just have to open the gates so that that unlimited potential can come out and can enter into the world. And opening your heart chakra is also gonna help. It's really gonna help. Because at this moment you might feel closed off towards love, maybe towards a specific kind of love, like self-love, or love for a partner, or love for the world in general, you know? So opening up to love. How can they fulfill their unlimited potential? Ace of Swords. And the Page of Cups, which often also reminds me of the Fool. Let's see, how can they fulfill their unlimited potential? Yes, okay. So this reading might for some of you act as some kind of activator or trigger to help you succeed, to help you access that limited potential. There might also be, for some of you guys, because of this reading, you might come in contact with someone else that you share your experiences with, or it all seems a little like serendipitous, as if, you know, from a logical perspective, things do not really seem to be connected. But when looking back on it, you're like, those events were like kind of suspicious. Like, it cannot be a coincidence. So, for example, you could be like watching this video, then you comment something, someone else comments on you, comments on your comment, is what I mean. And then you start to have this conversation and you share your experiences, and maybe they teach you something, right? They share some bit of knowledge with you, or vice versa. You might start talking outside of the comment section on YouTube, or maybe it will just stay like that. But it will be something like that. That's something about this reading or about these messages then trigger you to talk to someone else. Or maybe you will in the upcoming days, there will be someone who will talk to you about this as well, or will say something very similar as to what I've been saying in this reading, and it will be like those synchronicities, like, oh my god, this cannot be a coincidence. This person, they're saying the same thing as I was just thinking, or I just watched this video and now someone else is saying the same thing to me, and there's no way that they could know that I watched that video. And it's something serendipitous that happens that helps you really realize your true potential. This could also be a huge manifestation suddenly coming through for you, that you've been working on it for a long time, and then suddenly after this reading, something clicks and it happens. Okay, so I just heard a doorbell go off at my neighbor's, and then these two cards jumped out. So again, something, it looks like it doesn't really have anything to do with each other, but still, the coincidences don't exist, right? There's no such thing as a coincidence. So we have Two of Cups, Ace of Wands. So in this deck, the lady in the Two of Cups, she is searching for her partner, for her counterpart. And in the reflection of the water, you know, she's there. You see her reflection in the water, meaning that the counterpart that she's looking for is actually herself. It's within herself. And that's exactly the message here for you as well, that you will find union with yourself, with an aspect of yourself that is again about this unlimited potential that we've been talking about. So it's going to be different for everyone, but the unlimited potential, you're unlocking it, you're tapping into that aspect, that part of you, and you will find union with it. Does that make sense? you're coming into union with yourself, basically. Yeah. And you also have two aces, Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. So great, again, potentials for you for new beginnings. So this is what I'm seeing for that unlimited potential. So let's ask for a couple more cards as kind of guidance or advice or final messages from the angels for the collective. All right, we have Five of Swords, King of Wands. So they fell out in reverse, but I'm just gonna have a look. So I'm getting the feeling of some kind of unfairness. Five of Swords is about like a battle with no winners. And together with that, we have the King of Wands, and you already had the Queen of Wands representing, you know, that unlimited potential within you. So there is a feeling of something or someone causing you some kind of unfairness. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, I just had to sneeze. Yeah. So it's kind of difficult to explain this in detail because I always also have the intention to share messages of empowerment and, to inspire you, to make you feel better. So I don't want to share anything that might make you feel scared. And there's not really anything happening that you should be afraid of, but I am seeing some signs of whether this is a person, or again it might be your own thought patterns, your own belief systems that might be working against you, that is indeed trying to work against you, is trying to is trying to create something or do something to you that you won't be you're not waiting for, right? You're not you don't want this to happen. You're not wanting this to happen. There might be some, again, influences in your life. It could be from a person, it could be from your own belief system, that's kind of like sabotaging you. Self-sabotage could definitely be, I think that's the case for most of you, some kind of self-sabotaging that's preventing you from unlocking your unlimited potential. Yeah, it's getting, I really feel that more strongly now with the self-sabotage. And again, there might be someone who causes you to judge yourself, right? Someone else judges you, and then you start to become more self-conscious of yourself, and you start judging yourself too. So that could really be like what is happening for you. But I'm seeing self-sabotage, I'm seeing inner thoughts that are like putting you down instead of lifting you up, and you need to figure out how to prevent those thoughts from taking over you. Because this is not who you are. This is, again, just some thought, some belief, some fear that's just there, but it's not who you are. It's not how you identify as. It's not who you are. It's just nameless thoughts. It's really nothing. Because I'm seeing here in the Three of Pentacles, there are faces in the background that are kind of like fading out. And then here, the Eight of Cups, there are also all these images above her head and behind her in the background that are not really there. And at the back of the deck, we also have the Devil. The Devil is also doesn't really exist. The fear, it's an illusion. It's talking about an illusion, about something that you're afraid of, and it feels real, of course. It feels real because you believe it's real. And it feels real because, like, on one hand, you believe it's real, so it becomes real, and on the other hand, our brain only, like, it doesn't understand if something is like happening in the past or if something is happening in the now. That's why like visualization works, right? Or it's happening in the future, it's happening now and present. Your brain does not, your subconscious does not really understand that. Like you do, of course, but your subconscious does not understand that. And that's why, for example, people with PTSD or with panic attacks, like that are caused by a certain event in their past, when they're having such a panic attack, it feels as if it's real because their brain cannot distinguish between whether it's in the past or whether it's happening in the present. So it's like that's the trick. Like you have to realize that whatever you're afraid of, whatever thoughts you're having that are not in line with your purpose, not in line with what you desire, are not real. They're just an illusion. And you need to convince your brain of that as well, right? So these are just, I keep hearing the word vague. They're just vague things, vague emotions. They're not real. They are not real. And there's also the High Priestess, which came out in a previous reading on intuition as well. So, yes, work together with your intuition to figure this trick out. I think that's all that I'm seeing here. I'm gonna leave it here for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, to comment, and to subscribe, and maybe I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!